no hurry to get to the show tonight. This policeman pulls me over. He takes a look at me head. He goes, mate, what the fuck? What's going on? I said, look, champ, I'm on my way to a fancy dress party. I'm going as a baked potato. And he said, you don't look much like a baked potato to where I'm standing, dickhead. I thought, oh no. Don't tell me the sour cream's falling out of my arse again. What a shit's hot, I gotta get this off, mate. Oh, that's much better. I start off with impersonation. It's an impersonation of me as a teenager. Getting ready for my very first big date. I've got way too much spare time. Now, my very first big date, I wanted to take my girlfriend out to one of them fancy revolving restaurants, but I couldn't afford that. So I took her to the Easter show, bought her a pie, we went on the Gravitron. This is how cannibals used to take their lunch to school. I'm an old bloke doing comedy. I can look at the crowd now for a second. I'm not Peter Mizell old, but I'm an old bloke. I'm officially an old bloke. And you know you're officially old once you get an old mum and dad. And I officially have an old mum and dad. I'll tell you why I know that's official. Mum and dad did this thing about 10 years ago. Mum and dad left Australia for the very, very first time in their life. They went that kind of generation, went backpacking. Planes were kind of new and exciting too. They got themselves what's called a Trafalgar tour around Europe. That's what you do, like about 18 countries in about 14 days. Now, mum and dad were old people. It was the highlight of mum and dad's trip to Europe. It was not going to Paris, look at the Eiffel Tower, wasn't going to Rome, to look at the Colosseum. The highlight of mum and dad's trip to Europe when they saw a cat which looked like their cat. Got a phone call in the middle of the night. They could have saved themselves $5,000 each just driven around Reevesby. Something on 18 slightly overweight tabbies and they're just as much fun. You've been that drunk? You ever been that drunk on a Saturday night? You spent 2 hours singing along with the subtitles on the SBS movie. Thinking this is the longest, most boring karaoke song ever. Some kind of murder ballad set in Denmark. I come from a famous family. My grandfather once rode far lap till he got kicked out of the Victorian Museum for being pissed. Very resourceful man. He built his own house out of old parts from refrigerators. You live next to the tip. Someone throw a fridge out there. Oh, get that. We'll put it. all the pedal, he built it out of fridges. And it was great. It was a nice house, very well insulated. Except, whenever you shut the front door, all the lights went out. He used to fly those supersonic jets for the Air Force. And then we walked across the room, we'd hear his footsteps about 3 seconds later. I have trouble sleeping at night because I've got this comedian's brain. You might see some comedians tonight. They all have weird brains, right? I'm trying to get to sleep. My brain just will start asking me questions. Last night, I go, got a big day tomorrow and we've got to get up and work hard. Pete, it's your brain. Who the fuck else is it going to be? Pete, got a question for you. What did seagulls used to eat before chips were invented? I reckon before the invention of the deep fryer, there weren't that many seagulls. Just a couple of skinny ones. Flying around. What a thermal. Fuck, I'm hungry. Christ, I can murder a chip. Look at that field of potatoes. Look at all that canola. Maybe we could get them together somehow. Gotta keep flapping. I don't want to fall out of the sky. Then his time machine appears. Out of nowhere. It's kind of how time machines work, really. They're not there. Time machine is there. Doors of the time machine open. Out flies a seagull from our time. It's working a bit harder, mate. It's a bit stockier. Full of chips. Gather round, my seagull. I don't know how he's doing this with his thing. Gather round, my seagull, the ancestors. I am future seagull. I'm here to tell you, don't let go of the dream. Future, it's going to be full of chips. All kinds of chips. Big, fat, soggy chips, thin, crunchy chips, curly fries. It's going to be fantastic to be a seagull in the future. But we will pay a terrible price for this wonderful chippy future. But half of us will lose a leg. There were 2 sheep. This is a new joke. I've got to say that. Sometimes the sheep wander into the wrong joke. They're sheep that don't understand the structure of stand-up comedy. There were the sheep. See, one's gone. The 2 sheep. I had this joke tree. They were speaking to each other in sheep. I had it translated for me by someone who could speak both sheep and human. Now, there were more sheep in the field, but they weren't part of the joke. It'd be really poor farming economics just to have 2 sheep in a field, nothing else. But those sheep, they were extras. There was a second assistant director telling them what to do during the joke. Okay, 3 sheep just eating grass just there. Don't get in front of the punchline. Some lambs gambling in the background. GAMBOL. Put the cards away. The 2 sheep. One sheep goes to the other sheep. goes, mate, 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 don't move. You've got a bit of fluff on you. That joke was like driving to Dubbo. It was like quite a long journey. Not much at the end. Young people here. So I think why we're young, some of my references will be a bit out of date. You may not understand some things I'm referring to, young people. Like, have you heard of a guy called Michael Hutchins? Good, you have. Yeah. Hey, sometimes I've got to explain who he is. Michael Hutchins leads in excess, yeah. Yeah, he died in this bizarre bungee jumping accident. After the joke, Michael Hutchins was talking to his girlfriend Polly Yates. The interview was in New Idea, one of the magazines. Before he died. Obviously, it wouldn't have been him after he died. She said that Michael Hutchins had the Taj Mahal of penises. I turned to my girlfriend at the time. This lady, because her bloke's got the Taj Mahal. What building am I walking around with? And what kind of answer is Little House on the Prairie? I like Sydney. Sydney's a great place to be. Fantastic things happen in Sydney. We see famous people in Sydney. I saw Kim Kardashian the other day in Sydney. She's in Dimmick's bookshop, signing copies of the book that she'd read. We have a thing called the Symphony in the Park in Sydney. It's great in the summer. We go out into the Domain, and there's like an orchestra there. And like, you get out, you get your blanket out, you get your champagne glass, put your strawberry, you put your champagne. I go with my mates every year. This year, though, just before the Symphony in the Park starts, big thunderstorm rolls in. It's like shit weather been happening. Dark clouds. Big bolt of lightning comes down, hits the bloke out the front of the orchestra. Turned to my mate and said, that bloke is the best conductor. What shame on you for laughing. Trying to get to sleep the other night. His voice. Bang, bang, bang. He says, what is it now, brain? So I said, no, it's not your brain. It's a burglar. Got a question for you. Slugs. He says, what about them? Slugs. You reckon they're just snail streakers? That's how slugs started, right? There was like a big cricket match. The SCG, the snail cricket ground. And someone hit a ball to the fence. And all the snails were chasing it, and it was taking a long time. Because they're snails. And all these snails in the crowd getting a bit bored. Someone said, mate, we'll put you $50 each. You take your shell off. Jump the fence and go for a run. Okay, let's go. And this is like the world's slowest ever chase happening. There's this policeman snail trying to put his helmet over the slug. He's not sure where to put it because snails are hermaphrodites. I was talking to you, you're a bloke in a relationship, there's always a question you shouldn't. You don't want to get it. Your girlfriend girlfriends will do this to you. They go, what do you think? You always got to say, I feeling so lucky that I met you. What I'm really thinking, though, is who eats dead vultures? You can't say. Because there's other vultures. They make vulture funerals a bit tense. Here to pay our respects to Bob. Bob was a good vulture. Remember that time he found the cow? We ate for weeks. Anyone else got anything to say about Bob? Oh, let's tuck him. Whoa. Bob's wife and kids are there, just a bit of respect. Let them go first. Really feel sorry for our windscreen wipers. During this weather, because I've been thinking about this a lot. I really feel sorry about windscreen wipers when you turn the windscreen wiper off, but they haven't finished doing what they're doing. So they're stuck about here. Mate, could you finish? Could you turn it on again? No, don't do the water squirting. I like travelling. I was in my favourite part. My whole life of my life was in Berlin in 1989 when the Berlin Wall came down. It was nice. It was a beautiful moment. It was history. It was beautiful. The wall came down. People from West Berlin walked across to East Berlin. People from East Berlin walked across to West Berlin to get their frisbees back. I go to the movies, sometimes I go to the movies and get ripped off. I spent a lot of money once to go see a film called The Horse Whisperer. Thought it was going to be a really quiet remake of Mr. Ed. Film I really enjoyed a film called The Titanic. You never seen The Titanic, and they're going to save about 50 hours of your life. I'm going to show you the whole of The Titanic in the space of 1 minute. Now, I don't have a $20 million budget to do this for you. My budget is $10.99. This is going to be The Titanic. The movie tonight will be starring Cruella de Vil as Kate Winslet, and Big Bird as Leonardo da Vinci. He's going to be speaking in code.